Welcome back to In Response EDH. My name is Albert, and today we have another great gameplay video for you. On today's episode, we have our friend Aibo joining us for the first time, and he's brought a new commander from Strixhaven, Killian, Ink Duelist. He decides to start the game with an opening hand of Demonic Tutor, Sensei's Divining Top, Darksteel Mutation, Winds of Wrath, Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, 𝐲𝐸𝐢𝐬𝐸𝐸, Death's Storehouse, and an Isolated Chapel. Next we have Sam returning to the channel, and he brought along Elsha of the Infinite, and he keeps an opening hand of Goblin Electromancer, Pyromancer Ascension, Temple of Epiphany, Mystic Monastery, a Mountain, and 2 Dragons Approaches. Also returning to the channel is our friend Matt, and he's brought along Queen Marchesa. He keeps an opening hand of Rakdos Signet, Selfless Squire, Stalking Leonin, Council's Judgment, Duelist Heritage, Verdant Catacombs, and a Plains. And last but not least is yours truly, and I'll be playing my newly built Yarok the Desecrated deck. I keep an opening hand of Reclamation Sage, Elvish Visionary, Thrilling Encore, Sire of Stagnation, Fierce Empath, Drowned Catacomb, and a Breeding Pool. With the introductions out of the way, let's start the game. I start the game by playing a tapped Breeding Pool. Matt starts by playing a Verdant Catacombs and passes. Aibo plays a 𝐲𝐸𝐢𝐬𝐸𝐸, Death's Storehouse, taps it, and casts a Sensei's Divining Top, and passes. Sam starts off with a tapped Mystic Monastery. On his end step, Matt pays 1 life to crack his fetch, and searches up a Savai Triome. I draw for turn, drop a Drowned Catacombs, and tap both lands to cast Elvish Visionary. As it enters the battlefield, I draw a card. Matt plays a basic Plains, and casts a Rakdos Signet. Aibo takes his turn, and plays an Urborg as his land drop, and taps 2 to cast Demonic Tutor. Sam takes his turn as Aibo searches. He plays a Temple of Epiphany, and scries a card, keeping it on top, and passes. I play a Polluted Delta. I pay 1 life to sack it, and search up a tapped Rimewood Falls to the battlefield. I then move to combat and attack Aibo for 1 with the Visionary. Matt draws and plays a Maze of Ith, which actually taps for mana thanks to their Urborg. He taps all his mana and casts his commander, Queen Marchesa. He becomes the Monarch as she enters and draws a card on his end step. Aibo draws for turn and plays an Isolated Chapel. He taps it for white mana and casts a land tax and passes. Sam untaps and drops a Volcanic Island on the field and taps it to cast a Soul Ring. He then taps 2 more mana to cast Pyromancer's Ascension. I draw for turn and cast a Fierce Empath. While missing my land drop, I search up an Uvenwald Hydra and discard an Agent of Treachery on my end step. Matt starts his turn, plays an Arid Mesa, and moves straight to combat. Aibo tries to convince Matt to attack Sam, but Matt ignores him and swings his commander at Aibo. He follows that up by casting Shadrik's Silverquill and ends his turn by drawing from the Monarch. Aibo untaps, and on his upkeep, land tax triggers since Matt controls more lands than he does. He grabs a snow-covered swamp and 2 snow-covered plains to hand, and then draws for turn. He plays one of those lands, taps 2 mana to cast his commander, Killian. He then casts a Minion's Return on his commander for 1 with the cost reduction. He then taps 1 mana to cast Darksteel Mutation on Matt's Shadrix, and passes to Sam. Sam starts by playing a Training Center and tapping red and blue to cast Goblin Electromancer. He follows that up by casting a Dragon's Approach, dealing 3 damage to each of us, followed by another Dragon's Approach, dealing 3 more to us. I draw for turn, tap 3 mana to cast Nissa, Vastwood Seer, searching up a basic forest as she enters the battlefield, and then end my turn. Matt plays a Mana Confluence as his land drop, and taps 3 mana to cast Generous Gifts on the Darksteel mutation, giving Aibo a 3/3 token. He then pays 1 life to crack his Arid Mesa and grabs a Plains, then taps his 3 remaining mana to cast Duelist Heritage. He moves to combat and uses Shadrick's ability to give Sam's creatures a +1/+1 counter and chooses to give himself an Inkling. He declares attackers, sending Marchesa at Sam and Shadrick's at Aibo. Matt decides to give Marchesa double strike and Sam takes 6 commander damage. After that, he moves to his end step and draws a card. On Aibo's upkeep, his land tax triggers and he searches 3 snow-covered plains to his hand. He plays a Plains and taps all 5 mana to cast Winds of Wrath, destroying all creatures except his commander. Then he moves to combat.
And I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna do the dirty work, Matt. I'm gonna swing towards Albert for 2.
No, that's the dirty work. Damn.
No,
Take me.
I understand the threat. Yeah, for 2. It has Menace to lifelink.
Get a double strike.
Yes.
He swings his commander at me, and I take 4 commander damage, and Aibo gains 4 life. He then passes to Sam. Sam starts his turn by playing a mountain, and casts a Talisman of Creativity. He follows that up by casting his commander, Elsha of the Infinite, and ends his turn. I draw for turn and cast a Panharmonicon, which immediately puts more of a target on my back. I then end my turn, once again missing my land drop.
In response, I'll look at the top card.
Matt starts his turn by playing a Vote of Champions, tapping 5 and casting a Goldspan Dragon. He moves to combat and swings it at me and gives it double strike. When the dragon attacks, he creates a treasure token and instantly sacks it to cast Council's Judgment. He chooses my Panharmonicon, Aibo chooses his land tax, and Sam and I both choose his commander, Killian.
In response, I'll look at the top.
Aibo sends his commander to the command zone, and Matt ends his turn, drawing from the Monarch. Aibo grabs his last 2 basics with his land tax.
The queen will allow him to have his estates, you know?
Yeah.
And all the lands.
You're a queen already. I'm just confirming what you said.
You're gonna hit next, too.
He plays a Marsh Flats, cracks it, and searches up a scrubland. He follows that up by recasting his commander and targeting him with Shielded by Faith, making him indestructible, and ends his turn. Sam draws for turn, taps 3 mana, and casts a Sin Prodder. He moves to combat and swings at Matt, forgetting he had an untapped Maze of Ith. With nothing else, he passes the turn. I start my turn, casting a Hostage Taker, choosing to exile Matt's Goldspan Dragon and Sam's Soul Ring, because I get 2 triggers with the Panharmonicon. And finally finding a land to play. On my end step, Sam flashes in a Whirlwind of Thought off the top of his deck with Elsha's ability. Matt then starts his turn by playing a Shatter Skull Smashing, dealing 3 damage to the Hostage Taker, returning Matt's Dragon and Sam's Soul Ring back to them. Matt moves to combat and swings 8 at me with his Dragon. He follows that up by shocking in a Sacred Foundry, cracking his treasure to cast a Stalking Leonin.
In response, I'll look at the That's the best part about this commander.
I'm done.
Alright.
I was end chapter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna land tax.
See, guys, it's fine.
You've exhausted his value.
Yeah, there you go.
All part of your
All
plan.
the master plan.
Top 3.
What did your commander do?
I can look at the top card of my library down the bottom.
And that's it?
And I can cast non-creature spells.
Show him how you look at the top.
Like this. This is what I do. And I can cast things, non-creature spells off the top.
Yeah, just by looking at the top.
Just by looking at the top.
How do you do it?
Like this, yeah.
But you gotta do it in response, because
Yeah.
that's what you really want to do.
In response to you asking me that question.
Looking at my hand.
Aibo activates his Sensei's top on his upkeep, rearranges the top 3, and then draws for turn. He taps 4 mana to cast a 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐸𝐸. He follows that up by casting a Pentarch Ward on his commander, drawing a card and granting him protection from blue, and also makes him a 2/2 cat token. Aibo then casts Baleful Mastery for its alternate cost, exiling Matt's Leonin Stalker and allowing him to draw a card. After that, he moves to combat, but deals no damage as Matt once again mazes it. After that, he passes. Sam starts his turn by flashing in a Fiery Emancipation off the top of his deck and draws a card from the Whirlwind. He then reveals his draw for turn with the Sin Prodder, and we let him keep it since nobody feels like taking 12 damage.
Go ahead and keep it.
That's nice.
That's nice of you. Sam casts an Izzet Signet, drawing from the Whirlwind. He moves to combat and swings his Sin Prodder at Matt, dealing 9 damage, and he swings Elsha at me. Matt decides to give her a double strike. Elsha is currently a 5/5 and deals 10 damage to me, which is then tripled, taking me out. Matt starts turn 8 with Matt skipping his main phase and swinging his dragon at Sam to get the Monarch back, sacking his treasure and recasting his commander, and drops a Plains as his land for turn. He then ends his turn and draws off the Monarch. Aibo once again activates his top on his upkeep to rearrange the top 3 cards before drawing. He casts a Replenish to return Darksteel Mutation, and minions return into play. He targets Killian with minions return, and Sin Prodder with Darksteel Mutation. Aibo then chooses to tap the top in order to draw a card and put the top back on top of his deck. He pays 1 to cast 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐸. He moves to combat, swinging a 2/2 token and his commander at Sam, and Matt gives the cat double strike. Sam untaps and draws. He casts a Sulfuric Vortex, drawing a card. He then casts Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, and draws a card, followed by Torbrand, Thrain of Redfell. He then activates Rowan's +1 to deal 1 damage plus 2 more damage from Torbrand and triples it from Fiery Emancipation for a total of 9 damage to each opponent. Matt doesn't like this idea and casts a Selfless Squire, preventing that damage, and gets 9 +1/+1 counters on it.
In response.
Turn 9 starts with Matt taking a total of 12 damage from the Sulfuric Vortex. He draws and casts a Jessica's Will, adding 4 red mana to his mana pool, and exiling the top 3 cards of his deck.
In response. Okay.
Matt uses 1 mana to cast Gamble. He follows this up by casting the card he tutored for, Archon of Coronation. He moves to combat, giving his dragon double strike,
If you kill me, I'm gonna scoop.
and swings at Sam and creates a treasure token. He follows that up by casting Mangara and ending his turn, drawing from the Monarch. Aibo also starts his turn by taking 12 damage from sulfuric vortex. He recasts his Sensei's Divining Top, taps it to look at the top 3 cards, and rearranges them. He then taps 3 mana to cast Spectral Ward on the 𝐲𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐿. He moves to combat and attacks Matt with 5 creatures. Matt forgot to draw off Mangara and finally does so. You want to give one double strike?
Yo, would you like to give one a double strike?
He decides to maze Killian and block the 3 cat tokens, but is unable to block the Chosen. Matt takes no damage but loses the Monarch.
In step, I'm gonna draw for the Monarchy.
In response. Yeah.
Sam starts his turn by taking 2 damage from the Sulfuric Vortex and draws his card for turn. You went to control, man.
This is such a disappointing showing for the Dragon's Approach deck.
Maybe that's the key to winning. Less Dragon's Approaches.
That hurts bad.
He casts a Cloud Key, choosing sorceries, and drawing a card from the Whirlwind. He taps 2 to cast Ruby Medallion and draws a card. Matt also draws a card off of Mangara. He reveals the top card with Elsha and casts a Dragon's Approach.
I'm gonna look at the top 3.
I'm gonna look at the top 1. Okay.
I'm gonna flash in with 𝐤𝐲𝐻𝐸𝐿 aid. I'm gonna create another cat.
The Dragon's Approach then resolves and deals 15 damage to everybody, winning Sam the game. Congrats to Sam on another impressive win. Sam built some pretty interesting decks, and I'm glad we got to showcase his Dragon's Approach deck. This game he wasn't able to find too many of them, but it showed up when it mattered most. Matt and Abel's decks showed up and did their things. Me, on the other hand, got mana screwed and couldn't do much. Hey, but that's magic sometimes. Well, that's a wrap on episode 16. We here at In Response would like to thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure you follow us on our social medias. We also stream every Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.